Hey guys, what up? So tonight I'm going to be taking a look at the new iTaste MVP version 2. Alright guys, so we're looking at this iTaste MVP version 2 tonight. I'm going to go ahead and pop it out of here and let you guys see how the packaging looks. So you got two layers, the top layer here with the actual unit in it. Very nice looking. I got this one in black. The version 1 I've got up here is in dusty blue or light blue. Alright, on the second layer we've got the instruction book and picture instructions for the iClear 30, which comes with it. And that is right up here is the iClear 30 with the mouthpiece. Now this is the Outgoing Charger, which is one of the unique features about the MVPs. And one of the things I really liked about the original MVP is that you can charge electronics off of this unit itself. It really is just a highly advanced portable power system that you can vape off of. So I really like that about this. I'll get into that a little bit more. But this adapter basically has the fittings for the most popular iPads, iPods, cell phones, Blackberries, those types of things. You can charge right off of this. I've charged this camcorder several times off my original MVP. It's come in handy actually sometimes when this thing's almost died on me. Alright, so it's very much like the original unit in design. The button, the design of the power button is just slightly different. It actually has two bars that go up where the original unit only had one. So that's really the only distinct feature I can notice about the version 2. Taste it. Love it. So this is the spot for your output right down here. There's a switch you can flip on and that allows you to charge outgoing on this. Alright, so one of the biggest, there was actually about 3 main complaints on the first MVP. One was that it didn't read ohms, and I really feel like that was the biggest setback of the whole thing. Because if you're like me and you got tons of tanks and stuff, you're just never going to be able to remember. There's no way you're going to be able to remember what the ohms of all of this stuff is. So I think especially if you only have one mod, it's really important you have something that read ohms. And this one does, so they did take care of that. Another big complaint about it was that it wasn't variable wattage. It was only variable voltage, and variable wattage is becoming very popular now, obviously, because it is, I think, a superior way to vape. And so this one, very nice, a lot of people are going to be glad to see, does have a variable wattage option now. And then the third complaint about it was that it only vaped up to 5 volts. And that actually hasn't changed. The range is still a little bit more limited than some other mods. For voltage, it vapes from 3.3 to 5, and on watts, it only vapes up to, is it 11, I believe. Yeah, so either 3.3 to 5 on the voltage in increments of 0.1, or 6 watts up to 11 watts in half-watt increments. So not really a big difference. 5's usually about enough for me on voltage, but anyways, for some people they like being able to vape up to 6 or higher. So this thing did come with an iClear 30. Yes, I have one right here. So I really like these. They have the swivel mouthpiece on them, and they're double coil tanks. They have 2 sets of coils with wicks going through them. This one actually isn't really primed, so I think I'm going to go ahead and vape off. Here we go. So one of the other things that this does come with are the thread covers, or plinth, which makes it look a lot nicer to not have those naked threads down there. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this on. Alright, so I'm going to hit the button 3 times to turn it on. And then you'll see it blinks. And right now the button is lighting up green. That's going to signify the battery charge. It'll go from green to yellow to red as the battery wears down. Now if you press and hold the P or the U button here for 3 seconds, that's going to allow you to access the adjustment feature for either the wattage or the voltage. I'm going to go ahead and do it in watts. So I hold it down for 3 seconds and it tells me right now that it's at 10.5 watts. See if you guys can see it. So we're at 10.5 now. If I want to actually check the ohms on this, I have to press and hold both buttons. So it's telling me it's got 2.6 ohms, it's on 4.1 volts, and I've had one hit. It's got a vape counter on there as well. So alright, let's adjust this a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and hit it on 10 watts. Oh yeah, that thing fires up nice. So you can see it looks pretty good with that plinth on there. I'll go ahead and turn it up to 11 watts and see how it vapes on its highest setting here. See if you guys can see the screen very well here. Alright, so it's 11. Let's see if I can notice a difference on it. Oh yeah, that's a little hotter and a little heavier for sure. Well, it's a nice little handy device. I gotta say, I'm not thrilled about the adjustment features. They're kind of a little bit of a pain in the ass and counterintuitive, and you gotta hold this button for 3 seconds to adjust the watts, or you gotta hold this button for 3 seconds to adjust the volts, or you gotta press them both together for 3 seconds to check the ohms. And then it has the vape count that no matter what you do, that damn vape count comes up every time to tell you how many hits you've had since it was turned off last. And who gives a crap? I don't understand why that vape count has become so popular on everything. I mean, I really could care less how many freaking hits I've had. I'm not keeping track. But other than that, really a nice little unit, and like I said, it's something I just like to have on me. I always pack it in my backpack when I take my laptop and my camcorder with me because it does give me that backup power supply. I rarely have to charge these things. They last so long. But I would say I would recommend this more as a second mod probably, just for those other features you get with it. But it's a little bit harder to handle and to deal with. And I don't quite like the button positioning as well. I think I'm going to like the VTR with the button over here on the side. I think that's going to be a little more comfortable than trying to get that thumb wrapped. My thumb, yeah, there's an example, you know, where it's a little bit hard to hold, and I've got a bigger thumb, and so to get my thumb back and still get a good grip on this, a little bit harder to hold, but all in all, a good unit, vapes well. I just wish they could make the adjustments a little more intuitive. But anyways, I would still definitely recommend it. It is a good, nice, hard-hitting unit that's going to work well and has been real reliable. I haven't really heard of many people having any problems with it. Looks like I got just enough juice probably on these wicks on this iClear 30. Go ahead and give it a shot. See how it's going to vape on this. Yeah, you can see it hits really nice with that iClear 30 on there. Fires nice with an EVOD. Nice thing about having this thing set on variable wattage is that I can just throw any tanks on there and try it with a few different things. I don't have to adjust anything or even check it for ohms. Checking for ohms definitely becomes less important as you get more and more units doing variable wattage. Personally, I like the look of the MVPs with the smaller tanks on there, like this iClear 16, or what I'm going to be doing next, which is this Mini Pro Tank 2. So we'll see how that vapes on here. I'll give it a whirl on the MVP. A whirl. Alright guys, and that is the MVP version 2, and as always I'll put a link underneath the video where I got mine at, so you can check it out. Seahawks are playing on Thursday Night Football, so I'm going to have to get my Pro Tank 2 review up early, so you guys will be seeing this one coming up pretty quick after this video. Alright, have a good one. Go Hawks!